My name is Rico, the Dungeon Master for Season 3, the restoration of the 12 Olympians. This season, we'll find our heroes traveling back to the lands of Eris and Enyo within Harmonia, as they adventure through and see what they have accomplished and completed by restoring the 3 fabled relics, the Sickle of Kronos, the Golden Apple of Discord, and the Robe and Necklace of Harmonia. We'll start with Deborah.
I am Deborah, and I am playing a human rogue named Neith. Her name is Neith.
And I'm Matt, playing a dragonborn monk named Ari Futan.
And I'm Daphne, and I play Gilcyra Venfire, who is a halfling druid.
I'm Jenna. I am a cleric elf, and my name is Lix Balzator.
And my name is Rico. I am the Dungeon Master for Season 3 of the campaign.
Yeah.
You guys ready for Deborah's Diary?
Who's ready for
Deborah's Diary.
I don't know, because I'm not ready for Deborah's diary.
Deborah, you have to be ready for the
I'm
diary.
never ready for the diary. I've been staring at my notes. Dear Diary, in our last episode, our players did the unspeakable. They split the party. And our little druid, was pretty predictable. Found a tavern called the Tiny Dumpling and began to gorge out. But things evidently smelled fishy, so she turned into a wolf and ran out the back door. Lux, however, was up to her old mischief because Ari was getting on with Alecto. And she tried to send a bard to sing to them. How sweet that would have been.
That was funny.
However, Neith is really, the one who did the most work. Although she's got to, work on her trap sensing skills. But she did find out that they've got some people, a couple of paladins that'll be around that'll still help them out if they need it. So remember that. But she did find a couple of people that might have some information on what's going on in this town. And to end it all, the minstrel did not sing, but Ari and Alecto still flicked some gold at their service staff from across the room. Let's find out what our adventurers do this time. And some would play.
Bam, bam, bam.
That's a good diary. I approve of that diary.
Good diary.
All right, we're going to start with you, Neith. Because you guys are still split. We're going to be doing 15 minutes each for all of y'all again. And that will be the way we do this until you guys decide to bring the party back together, goddammit. So you had last discovered that there was a heist that was going to be pulled in a couple nights of a money-changing robbery. And you had bumbled into some traps, went and got healed. Did you go back to the Rogues Guild?
Yes, I'm standing with the two guys.
Ah, okay. Oh, and they were discussing how much of the cut that they were going to get.
They don't know I'm there yet.
No, they don't know that you're there yet.
But they were talking about, what, 200 gold?
100 gold apiece.
100 gold apiece.
So they're continuing their conversation regarding their cut, and you have learned from their musings and their talkings that 2 days from today, which is going to be 2 days before the tournament, they plan on robbing the money changer, which would not only be bad for all the people in town for the games, but be bad for the games themselves. Because if people make bets and those bets can't be paid, then there would very likely be some sort of riot in the city, which would be utter chaos. Not that the mayor would mind, as chaos is kind of her thing, but to keep the peace for the people, it's probably best to make sure that that doesn't happen. But as they're talking amongst themselves, they do say the new guild leader has an incredible plan, and when we see her again, it would not be a bad idea to solidify our places and where we're going to go and set up for the ambush/robbery. And there are a couple things that stand out there: the new guild leader and a her. So you now know that there is a new guild leader of the Rogues Guild, or the Rogues Guild, and that it's a woman.
I picked that up the first time.
That it was a woman?
We've said it 3 times.
Oh, right. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Still good to know.
I got it. 2 days from today, they're going to rob the money changer. However, they still need to meet with the new guild leader that has an incredible plan. We just don't know exactly. They don't have the details of the plan.
Right.
When they see her, would it be a bad idea to solidify where and like the deeds?
Yep. And that's basically their entire conversation.
Who else do I see kind of around here? Or what else do I
There's
see?
The desk by the front door, where the person that welcomes people into the guild hall would be. You see a couple other rogues throwing daggers at targeting dummies. You see a couple others practicing lockpicking and cracking safes with thieves' tools. You know where the trap door is. You know where the front door is. It's just your typical rogues gallery of padfoots and professional rogues
Do these
honing their craft.
2 guys look like they're going anywhere soon?
Not anytime soon, no.
Okay, I would like to go over to the desk,
Sure.
but I'm going to kind of keep my eye out for the 2 guys in case I see them start leaving. Okay, kind of keep an eye on them. And I would like to ask the person, I'd like to tell the person there,
And they jump
oh shoot, I
upon
forgot.
you speaking, and they look up and they're like, "Oh,
Neith.
wow, I did not see you come in." And they look over at the door and see the door is closed. And nobody else seems to notice you though, just the person at the desk.
What kind of guild hall is this that you don't expect somebody to come out of nowhere?
Well,
I
normally the bell rings when the front door opens. I did not hear the bell. I assume you came in through the trap door in the back?
No, I came in through the front.
Oh. And then they look over at the bell and they look back at you and they say, "You are pretty impressive.
And I roll my eyes.
What can we help you with?"
I seem to have left or lost a few articles of clothing and my pedigree and a few things and I may not look like I'm a minor noble, but I actually am, and I was wondering if you would have anything that would maybe help me look like the station that I am in being a minor noble.
Oh, I think I understand what you're saying. If you give me 2 days, we should be able to forge that patents for you that would fool even the mayor of this city.
And I slide 25 gold.
Nice.
That's how much
That's
my
how much
characters
it costs for your persona.
Yeah.
And they take it and they put it in a strong lockbox and they say, "Fantastic. Once the patents is drawn up, we will give you the patents. We will then give you a certificate of credit where you can go to any clothier in the city and pick up the garb that you may need."
Thank you. I kindly appreciate your help.
No, you've actually come to the best place. We have the best patences, forged ones that exist in the land.
And then I step away from
Oh, before you go, what name did you want on
Terrible.
your patents?
Unreal.
Your name and your family name. Rico has a brilliant idea that he would love to give to Deborah if she'd be interested.
What idea do you have? Let's see if I like it.
The Halcyon name, because he was a noble.
Oh. I would like for you of course being a minor noble.
Cousin.
My name is Shion Halcyon.
Oh, you're gonna go with it? Oh, I'm super excited
I'm
about
gonna go
that.
with it.
Good.
I didn't have a
Shion
last name.
Halcyon?
Yeah, I had a first name. I didn't have a last name.
Sweet. Okay, Shion, your lordship, your ladyship. We'll see you in 2 days.
Thank you. And I would like to walk back over to the 2 other guys.
Oh, and as you're walking away, the person says, for an extra gold, we can get you a seal and a noble ring.
So my 25 gold should include everything.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay.
Like literally,
then-
it should include
I mean, it
clothes
should.
and yeah.
Okay. So then you will get the writ for the clothier and the writ to the jewelers.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. That's right. I forgot 25 covered all of it. Sorry about that. Oh, you went with Halcyon. Oh, that's going to go so well when you see Pan again.
I bet.
Because
That's
it's
going to make for good potting.
It's a perfect disguise too, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, it's a known name.
Right.
We have met several paladins already with
Right.
Halcyon. Yes. That's fucking beautiful.
It'll be
What a
great.
good fucking idea.
Yeah, Shion Halcyon. That's going to be a badass
Yes.
name.
Also, it sounds
Right.
good.
I was
Yeah,
trying
Shion
to-
Halcyon.
Put my character digital, but it's a waste.
Oh, sorry.
You were doing your own thing, and then I don't know about. So
Oh, okay. And I walk over to the two guys,
They're still there.
and I would like to walk up so that I'm like right here behind
It's
one of
still on
them.
mic.
I moved it. I moved
know,
it.
I'm talking shit because it's me all
I
the
know
time.
it's usually.
Yeah.
And I like to just whisper in their ears. 100. I'm getting 200 gold.
Oh, go ahead and make a deck save, please.
elbow knife.
Do I get anything?
This is why it's
What-
better if I'm
what'd
not
you roll
paying
on your
attention.
A 12. So plus just dexterity would make it a 16.
Okay, you pass.
Okay.
So, as you whisper that, you get this sixth sense and step
Seventh
back
sense.
just slightly as the gentleman's ear that you whispered into spins around 180 degrees with a dagger that was aimed at or around your throat.
His ear?
She whispered into his ear.
Yeah, so he
And
probably
his
just
ear
went like
tried
this.
to stab her?
He spun around with a
Fucking
dagger
terrifying.
out to try and slit her throat. And
I saw his ear spin.
doesn't seem to see you. And he's now looking around, and his other friend that was with him
Dead.
says, "What are you doing? There's nothing here." And the first rogue says, "No, there's somebody here. They just whispered in my ear. I heard them." And then the first one's looking around. The second one's just shaking his head and rubbing his temples like, "Oh my God, I can't believe we got to pull this job with this fucking idiot." And they still don't see you because you whispered and you didn't break your stealth and you dodged the hit.
So I would like to. So they're sitting down, right?
They are both standing.
They're both
One of
standing.
them is standing now. The other is still sitting.
Okay. Are they sitting at like a table or?
Yes, they were sitting at a small, like 3-person table, like a nice round
But now
end
they're
table.
now they're shitting.
Okay. Is there another chair I could like come over and sit in?
Yeah.
Okay. So I come over and I sit in the chair, and I kind of wait for the other one to like calm down and sit down.
He does. After about a minute or two of him wandering around and looking like into the shadows, he does sheath his dagger and sit back down with his friend, but he's on a little heightened alert.
So once he sits down, I would then like to say, the new guild leader, she still has not shared the plan with you, huh?
And they both look over at you and they like fall backwards in their chairs because they didn't see you
Fucking
either.
punks.
This is
And
amazing.
Then
I'm
they
loving
get back
this.
up and
I
they're
know you
like,
are.
"Where the hell did you come from?"
I've been here the entire time listening to all your plans. I cannot believe that I have to work with the two of you.
And the one guy that was rubbing his temple says, "Yeah, can you believe we have to work with this numbskull?" And the other guy that slashed the dagger at you, he looks at you, he looks you up and down, and he says, "You're not from this guild."
Does it matter?
Yes, it does. You're not from this guild, nor are you from this city.
It's very obvious who's from the city and who's from this guild. So do you think she would use only people from here?
She would
All
if
of you are recognizble.
she would
I
if she
am
wanted
not.
to
I feel a charisma
Keep it
roll
up.
coming.
amongst those in the guild.
Keep it in the family, you know?
What
Mm,
did
that's
you know
fair.
of the plan?
Yeah. What do you know?
What do you know?
Well, I know that in 2 days, we're going to be doing a heist from a money changer. But obviously, that's all you know. So that's all I'm going to tell you.
And the one guy looks over at the other guy and says, "Do you know her?" And the other guy says, no, but even if we did, the way she snuck up on us, do you think any of us would know her? And the other guy says, that's a good point. And then he looks over to the desk. The person, the guild welcomer, looks over to him and nods. And then, like, in understanding, like, yes, you belong here, despite not being a proper member of the guild because you just paid 25 gold for patents of nobility. And then they're back at ease again, pretty comfortable. And they're like, all right. So do you know more of the plan? Have you spoken with the guild leader?
I know some, but I also know that plans tend to change last minute, lest loose tongues let information out. Boom.
God damn, Deborah. You're fucking killing it,
It is
right now.
probably best that information that we all have is compartmentalized so nobody else has the entire plan and it can get ruined.
Make an Excel spreadsheet.
What's your
on Google
name,
Drive.
sister?
My name is Shion.
Shion?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. This is Jake, the jumpy guy that he points to the other guy and says, this is Jake.
Jake
The
the
village
jumper.
idiot.
Gotcha.
And the other guy says, my name is Gerald.
And Gerald the
Jake
gossip.
and Jer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. Jake the jumper and Gerald the gossip.
Jake Old.
Gerald the gossip.
Gerald?
I see. I know what you're doing.
Fucking weird.
Anyway.
So then you know about as much as we do, or at least all that you're willing to share with us.
Yes, she knew she needed to bring in some experts. So she brought me in from out of town. You're correct. There's no need to hide that.
Do you want to tell us where you're from?
This would be a really lousy Rogues Guild Hall if everybody's telling each other where they're from.
Says you. We're all trusted members of the guild. But that's fine. You don't have to share it. We understand.
Not my kind of rogue.
Yes, I'm a better rogue than you.
Right. But I am not only from out of town. I am. Oh my.
Jesus.
Drunk as fuck.
Yeah, but she's fucking killing it.
Oh my gosh. I've had one drink. What is going on? Anyway.
But it was a glass.
Sipping
full
a
I
of
am
girl.
not
vodka.
only from out of town, I am from beyond the mist and touched by the gods. We're going to
Touched-
pull this
Oh.
off with
Touched
no
in the
problem.
head.
Needed to fucking know that.
Nice.
Who goes around and says they're touched by the gods? Come on.
Nobody.
I do.
Nobody.
0 people.
Exactly.
I mean, in real life, telling people all the time. No one believes me.
Well, Shion, I presume we'll
believe you,
see
Matt.
you in
I-
2 days then,
Sometimes
here back
believe
at the guild hall for the meeting with the guild leader.
What I really approached you about was, since I am out of town, where would a good place to be to stay, get a bite to eat without becoming known?
The best place
Your own
would
house.
probably
And
be...
please don't stay here because obviously you guys have loose tongues.
No, we don't even serve food here in the guild
Jesus.
hall.
Oh, thank God.
So mean.
The
Terrible.
best place would probably be the Gilded Sparrow. It's caters
Good name.
specifically to those in our persuasion.
Thieves. Everything's bolted down. Have
You
to bring
pay
your
up
own
front,
utensils.
always.
I appreciate that. And
They don't
I
course
cater
you
to
do.
thieves. They're the only ones that'll let thieves in.
stand up and I want to walk as if I'm going to walk to the trap door.
Sure.
I mean, because obviously people know about it.
Oh yeah.
They all know about it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I know about it.
But
Shit.
as I'm walking away, kind of walking in the gloom, I want to find some place and then kind of like sidestep and then kind of hide
Disappear
again.
into the shadows.
Did you set
That's
up
not that hard to do.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Did you set up a time to meet them again?
In
2
2 days.
Six
Back
Back at
here,
the guild
back
hall.
here at the guild hall
6 months.
to talk with the guild leader.
3 years.
All right. You are able to find a nice shadowy spot where you will blend perfectly into and disappear back into the shadows.
And my goal is to kind of keep an eye on them to see if and when they where they leave.
Oh, okay. Well, after the conversation with you, Jake and Gerald are like, you know what? Food does sound good.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, the sparrow? And he's like, yeah, the sparrow. So they get up and they go to leave through the front door.
I wait till they go all the way through the front, so the door's all the way closed, and then I would like to leave as well to follow them.
To the front door?
Yeah, because if I take the trap, I won't know where they go.
Okay.
The sparrow.
To the Gilded Sparrow.
The
Yeah.
sparrow.
That's true. I also don't know where the Gilded Sparrow is.
If only there was an information desk or something in the guild hall
Or
where
directory.
you could get that information.
It's
That's
just over
probably
there.
true.
You are here.
Okay, before I go out the front door, I stop by the front desk
Oh,
and say, "Good sir."
Jesus Christ. Stop doing that.
She's just the spookiest bitch in
Yes.
the world.
Yes, you
I
are.
find myself famished. Where can I find the Gilded Sparrow?
Oh, the sparrow. That's a good joint. So you're going to go out to the front door. You're going to take a left directly out of the door. You're going to take another left down the alleyway. And then you will follow the alleyway, look for the rogue signs that will look like, believe it or not, a starburst with a sparrow underneath it or
Believe
in the middle
or
of it.
not.
And it'll lead you right to it.
Thank you, my good sir. And I put another silver on the desk for him.
Nice. And they take the silver and they put it in the money box.
What are you doing?
Singing Indiana's own Sandy Patty.
The fuck does that mean? What are those words?
I leave and I take those directions
Sweet.
to the Gilded Sparrow.
Fantastic. So, Jelsira, you are out the back door of the Tiny Dumpling Tavern.
Love it
I
so
know.
much.
It's so you.
And you're currently in wolf form. You sent Cedric flying through the air. He has not reported anything back to you, but you have a left direction, you have a right direction, and you have another direction that goes straight through, it looks like some more shops and into the residential district.
I'd like to make a perception check on smell to see if I smell anything.
Oh, you want to see if you can smell anything?
Yes.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll.
And I get advantage on this because I'm a wolf.
Okay.
And this is +3.
So you have advantage and +3? Nice. So you might as well roll 2 and take the better.
So, okay, that's an 11.
Doesn't hurt to roll. Good job, Neith.
Thir-
Good job.
That was
13.
cool.
13?
I'm working it.
You
Really
smell
cool.
sewage. You smell dumplings. You smell Cedric. You smell sweat. You smell blood.
City.
Yeah, you smell what would be the back alley of a city, but nothing that seems out of place.
Okay. Well, I don't see any reason to continue being a wolf then.
Okay,
So I can just turn back into Josira.
sweet.
Okay, so you said that it's left and right and straight ahead, right?
Yes, left, right, and straight ahead. You
Okay.
were so close. You were so close.
I know. I should have used heat metal on that guy who had the who had the pot over his head.
Yeah, fuse the bowl to his head.
Oh,
Jelly's a savage.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she
Savage.
takes blood.
Okay, I'd like to go left.
Always.
All right, so you go left, and there are people out beating their rugs, hanging their laundry. There's water dripping. There's steam. There's people cooking dinner. You smell different sorts of meats and breads. Cedric is flying the opposite direction. He went right. You went left. Nothing from Cedric yet. And Jesus Christ.
Unreal.
You don't see anything that's out of place. There are some kids out in the alleyway or in front of their houses playing with wooden sticks that look like swords, like they're just playing pretend. But nothing seems out of the ordinary or odd going this direction. People's windows are open, their doors are open. You know, there's some people crafting nets. There's some people. You can hear shouts of street vendors that have their shops set up.
Hey.
Just trying to bark and sell their wares. It looks like a typical, crowded alley or walkway to the residential district.
Okay. So I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
No.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell you that you're not going to find the bastard due to the time that you lost in the Restaurant, make an insight roll for me, please.
Just hard to let that go. 12.
Especially since you know that there are rogue ways up around the rooftops. So you don't think you're going to find anything down here on the ground, and any chance you had of finding them has long since left. Because, again, these streets are narrow. They are crowded. There are a lot of dark alleys that they could have dipped into, or who knows, secret passages or secret tunnels that Neith would be familiar with.
Okay. Well, I turn around then and I go back.
Sure.
So like, assuming that I'm back to where I was originally, outside of the, like in the alley outside of the kitchen.
Sure.
I'd like to go straight and see what's up there.
Straight back into the residential district?
No, I'm sorry. Actually, right to run where Cedric was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're back at the door. So you're going right. You're going the opposite direction.
Right.
From when.
Yep.
All right. So you head right, and the alleyway seems to open up. You're coming out of the cramped residential business district, and it's going to eventually open up to the center of the city. Like it curves around like this. And the alleyway that you're going to come out of from the back of the shops and the front of the houses will lead you to what you would see in front of you, the big, large Coliseum. And then if you're looking at the Coliseum, to your right is going to be the mayoral estate. And as you were going out towards the Coliseum, there were guild halls, back entrances to guild halls. This is why I wish I had my notebook so I could tell you exactly which guild halls were on your side.
Whichever ones you want them to be.
Well, I'm going to go in the direction of the guild halls because I'd like to visit the Druids Guild.
That on the right side? Well, I guess it's going to be your right. Or was that across the street?
Oh, it's in the air. It's floating.
Hold on a second.
No.
I think I sent a picture in Messenger that had the map of the city in.
Oh, like the vagina map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every now and then I get a little bit.
I did.
Bitches.
Turn around.
All right, so the Druids Guild is going to be across the street, south of the barracks.
Of the bear.
Barracks?
X.
Okay.
It's not even funny. You're not even funny.
Black power.
So I cross the street.
All right, as you cross the street, the arena is behind you on your left. The barracks is directly in front of you, and there are guild halls south that are now going to be, if you're heading south, they're going to be on your left.
Okay, I'm going to head left and go towards the guild halls.
Sweet. You head left, go down the street, you pass the Paladin Guild Hall, and next to the Paladin Guild Hall is the Druid Guild Hall. You see the familiar wooden arches made out of trees, and it says in nice, beautiful, flowing letters on a sign, the Druid Guild Hall.
Okay. I would like to just go walk on in.
You do. With relative ease, the door opens widely, and you open the door, and inside the Druid Guild Hall, immediately to your left, there is the welcome desk with an elven druid standing there at the desk. You hear running water. You can actually see back on the far back wall, like an artificially made waterfall with natural stone. It looks like the water's just flowing down from the waterfall into a reflective pool, and you don't see the water going up, like back to the waterfall, but the waterfall is just continuously flowing. There are chirping birds. There are panting dogs. There are other druids there with their familiars. Some are messing with bowstrings. Others are sharpening daggers. There is a very massive, large grizzly bear sitting on their butt, but upright, where it looks like you've seen Kung Fu Panda, right? Like Po is a big fat panda bear. All right, well, you see one of those sitting in the lotus position, but a big brown grizzly bear. You're not sure how they're doing it, but they are doing it. Sitting in front of the waterfall.
Love that.
You can't see their face, but just for explanation's sake, their eyes are closed. It looks like they're in deep meditation in their wild shape form, enjoying the guild hall. And that's pretty much everything you see. There's some tables, there's some chairs, there's no food or drink served here in the guild hall. But just a lot of your types of people, not like elves, half elves, humans, halflings, even a couple dwarves that are just hanging out, doing druid type things. Some are practicing their spells.
Doing druid shit.
Others
Nice.
are playing with the familiars that they have summoned.
Nice.
It's actually, it's nice and serene. It's pretty quiet in here. People kind of know not to go fuck with the druids, because if they do, there's a very good chance they won't live.
That's right.
Is there anywhere for Cedric to like land? Is there, like,
Cedric
little
is still
places
flying
for-
and scouting the city per.
Oh. I guess I
Delsira's
imagine they're like
instruction.
being like bird perches and stuff.
I imagined trees inside,
Mhm,
like
there are trees
almost
on the
like
inside.
what is the thing that birds stay in? What a
nest?
terrarium or something? Or
Oh.
it's
Oh, what the hell is the word for
what
that?
is that word?
Aviary?
Aviary. Yes.
Aviary.
I know it's
I'm
like AV
imagining a
something or other.
huge aviary with like the Amazon inside of it, like biodome.
Yeah.
That's so
You're
cool.
not there, are you?
I wish I was.
We're trying to imagine it with her.
But yeah, that's about what it's like.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in a movie right now.
I'd like to
man.
approach the welcome desk and talk to the person at the welcome desk.
Hello.
Hail, sister. What brings you to the Druids Guild this evening?
Hi, my name's Gelsira.
And as you walk closer to the desk, it's a little bit taller than you are. You're going to have to stand up on your tippy toes
Or
put your hands up.
broomstick.
and peek over the counter.
Okay, I do that. I stand on my tippy toes.
Oh, the person at the welcome desk sees you standing on your tippy toes and then mumbles a second and waves a sign in the air, and there's green tracers of flowy magic, and then a stump grows up under your feet.
Nice.
And you no longer have to stand up on your tippy
Nice.
toes. Now the desk is chest level with you. You're a couple feet higher.
why-
Up in the air.
How accommodating.
Well,
Right?
I appreciate that. You know, I'm a halfling, so I'm not very tall.
I noticed.
Hey, this is a pretty cool place, and you know what? I've never really been around very many druids before.
Oh, you've come to the right place to meet a whole bunch of them.
Oh, I'm a little nervous. I'm afraid that how do I know they're going to respect me and maybe they won't take me seriously as a druid.
Elsyra.
Right.
Well, there's no like formal test or anything, but a lot of the druids in here are pretty warm and inviting. They aren't going to discount you because of your stature.
Oh, okay. Well, that's mostly what I was worried about.
Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure the guild hall leader would have something to say about that if they were
This
to do that
is
to
the
you.
Planet
Okay.
Fitness
Um,
of Guildhall.
Nice.
Judgment free zone.
Is the guild hall leader around?
Yes, he is. He's at the head of he's at the back of the guild hall.
I'd like to seek an audience with the guild hall leader.
Oh, just go up and talk to him. I'm sure he'll let you.
Okay.
Do what you want. Own the place.
Okay, cool. That
Poor
was
Lux
easy.
kept trying and they just kept getting ticked off. And Gelsire could just walk right
Okay,
up.
well, if you don't mind, welcome person, I'm just gonna kind of explore the place and walk around and maybe talk to the guild hall leader and
Yeah, please
just
feel
kind
free.
of- Awesome. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you on my way out. Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks. And I'd like to walk towards the guild hall leader.
All right.
Shorty with the studs.
As you
Yeah.
as you turn to walk away, the welcome receptionist druid makes a hard slash through the air, and it seems like the green tracer of magic you can see again. It gets cut in half, and then it dissipates like a sparkly green magic that fractals and dissipates, and the stump sinks back into the wooden floor.
Nice.
They're very ostentatious about the use of their magic.
As they should be.
I like that.
Me too.
A little show is nice.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, who's gonna fuck with the druids?
You're gonna
Right.
do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
druids are pretty
every
gay.
single one of these druids can probably wild shape into something a lot more
why
fierce than
not
a
make
bear.
it cool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like probably
a lot
T-
of the guild
like,
halls have super cool shit like that.
like probably a T-Rex. So
Probably
Or
or
an Allosaurus.
griffins
yep.
or things or mythical
Griffins would
beasts.
be amazing.
Or a plesiosaur, that thing you kept trying to summon,
yeah.
but is a sea creature.
Okay, so I'd like to walk
Okay.
towards the I'd like to walk towards
Okay.
the guild hall leader.
All right, you don't see anybody other than the bear.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ride that
Guild
bear.
leader is the bear.
The Okay. So you say the bear is sitting in a lotus position, right?
Yes.
Is there water in front of the bear by chance?
Yeah, they're sitting in front of the reflecting pool that has
Okay.
the waterfall.
Just
Fucking,
being
you're
dumb.
meeting goddamn
Um,
Buddha.
I'd like to just go sit next to the bear.
Disco sit.
Okay. And then the bear doesn't notice you because they are very deep in their meditation.
Okay. I'd like to cast control water on the waterfall,
Okay.
and I would like to make the water
Flow up instead
flow
of down.
up. Yes.
And all right, the waterfall was flowing down for a moment. The downward flow begins to slow itself, and then it's silent for a moment. Everybody looks over towards the waterfall, knowing that the flow has stopped, and then very slowly, the water reverses course and begins to flow upwards, flowing back into whatever source it was coming out of. And then the bear opens their eyes. One of them first to look at they open their left eye first to look at the waterfall. They close their left eye, then they open their right eye and tilt their head down to see you. And then the bear recloses their eyes. And I need you. Hold on, I got a really cool thing here. I need you to roll a d20. And what is your spellcasting modifier? Wisdom, right?
Wisdom. Mm-hmm.
All right, so just make a straight wisdom roll.
20.
Oh,
Ooh.
Guildhall leader only rolled an 18. So you feel
Shit.
though they have a
Bear
plus
on
5.
bear.
They have a plus 5, so they got a 13 plus 5 is 18. So the water stops for just a second, and you can tell that it's trying to go back down. But your magic is just so strong that the water continues flowing up. And then the bear lets out a loud grunt and a sigh. And then they open both of their eyes. They look at you. And then they end their wild shape. And it is another halfling. He, standing up straight, is about 3.5 feet tall. And he says, well, that was impressive.
That's why they're gangster at the desk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daddy's a halfie too.
Yeah.
oh, thank you. That's just a spell I have, and I just always
Control
wanted,
water?
Yeah, I just always wanted the opportunity to make a waterfall go up. I've never done that before, and I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, I have never had anybody try to make it go up before. And then he turns around and he yells to the hall, how come none of you idiots ever tried to make this waterfall go up? And then everybody looks at him and they look at you and they're like, oh, God damn it. And then they all go over to the waterfall, and you can, if you would like, keep your spell going, and you could have about 20 contested magic rolls versus all of these other druids who now want to reverse the course of the waterfall.
Half an hour of contested rolls.
Or
Let's go.
you can, at any point, just drop it and let it
Like
flow
it's
back
hot.
downwards.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, that was fun, but really, I've got some questions for you, so I just end the spell.
Oh, okay. And as
Aw.
you end your spell,
Matt would have done
the
the contested
waterfall
rolls.
begins to quickly flow and rush back down and starts splashing water out of the pool at the force at which this waterfall is now going back down. And then the Guildhall leader, he looks at everybody else. He's like, stop it, idiots. You're splashing water all over the place
Jesus.
and making a big old mess. And the other druids are like, oh, we're so sorry. So a lot of them send over their familiars and their animals, and they start licking and drinking the water up off the floor to clean it up. And they go back about their business. And then he looks at you and he says, good evening.
Hi, my name's Josira.
Nice to meet you, Jelsira.
Josira Venfire, but my friends call me Joey.
Oh, why don't they call you Jelsira?
Because
Oh,
they're rude.
you know what? That's a good question. I'm going to ask them that.
Have you ever considered turning them into toads?
Well, I've considered that before, but that's not in my nature to do such things.
It could be.
Only to people who really
That'd be a
deserve
toad. That'd be
You
cool.
are a toad.
Nailed it.
it. I mean, I don't know. I'll keep that in mind next time they decide to.
Get out of hand?
That's
Jelly
right.
is a
Yep.
loving nickname.
Do it.
Also, I want to say,
What brings you to
She's
the
sweet.
Druid Guild?
Well, really, honestly, I've never really been around many other druids before. I was just kind of curious.
Oh, you've come to the right place. As you can see, this place is chock full of them.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I presume that you're the guild leader here.
I am.
May I please have your name?
Perry.
Perry? Hi, Perry.
Well, Perrywinkle. Perry
Oh.
for short. Perry is sufficient.
Oh, okay. Wow. I like the name Perry. That's a cool name.
Yeah, my parents thought it was funny, and then I became a druid, and then I became the leader of this guild hall, and
were
then people
hippies.
stopped thinking Perrywinkle was funny.
Did you?
Well, gosh, I honestly have so many questions.
I
So many
have,
things.
I presume, all of the answers.
Did you kill your parents? Number one.
Well, one thing I'm a little bit curious about is I'm kind of looking. So I just learned a new spell, and it's called Scrying. But in order to use it, I need to have I need to have like a mirror or like some vessel to hold water in order to actually cast the spell that I don't actually have. And I was curious to know if you might have that, or if you know somebody who might have that.
A
right?
mirror or a vessel to hold water in? Yeah, I've got a mirror. And then Perry reaches behind himself and rummages around in his pack for a little bit, and then he pulls out a beautiful mirror. It's oval shaped, and it's gilded around the edges with braided silver. And he's like, "Will this work?"
Oh my God. I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, my eyes are just all wide and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it's just a mirror.
Well, I'm not used to seeing fancy things like this, like a silver braided mirror.
Oh yeah, that's just real silver.
Whoa. Okay.
Works best, most conducive to our magics.
Is
That's good.
this something I could rent or purchase?
I can just give it to you. It's just a mirror. I can get 1 million more.
Okay. I will gladly accept the mirror. That is really kind of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you accept baklava by chance?
I would love
Oh my
some
God.
baklava.
You'll never believe this. I've got everlasting baklava.
Finally,
No,
someone,
you don't.
Wow, you know
someone
what? Can I see it?
accepts her
Yay.
baklava.
I show you the baklava.
Oh, can I hold it?
Please, yeah.
And then Perry takes it, and then he buries his face in it.
Yes.
Like, all right, so you have a bar of baklava, and Perry puts about 75% of it into his mouth and takes a huge bite and then puts his hand back and looks at it. And as he's chewing loudly, smacking, enjoying the baklava, picking at his teeth a little bit, it begins to reform and reshape into the bar.
Wow.
And he's like, wow, that is impressive. Can I have some more?
Please, I mean, have as much as you want.
Oh, and then he takes it in his hands, he breaks it in half, he gives you back your half, and then he looks at it, and it begins to grow. His half grows into full, and then yours begins to grow back to full,
Mhm.
and then he takes another bite, this time about 85% of it, leaving like one little rectangular piece, and he just watches, and it grows back a little bit slower, but it does grow back into another bar of baklava.
100%.
Yeah, 100% bar of baklava.
Wow, you know what? I'm so honored that you accepted that. I've been trying to
that's great.
Ever since I got this, I've been trying to give it to everybody. Nobody wants it.
They
Even-
can't enjoy the finer things in life.
Thank you. You know, like I think it's pretty cool. Even gods, I've offered it to gods, and they're like, nah,
Which
I'm good.
ones?
Oh,
All of them.
oh, you know, just like, well, just like Hera and Athena and Ares
Really?
and Hephaestus.
all of them.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
you-
kinda-
You know them?
yeah, I'm kind of friends with them.
And then Perry looks at the baklava and he puts the whole thing in his mouth and he chews it and he says, tell me more about these gods. And as he's eating the entire bar of baklava, his cheeks begin to puff up.
Oh, no.
back in his mouth.
We got us a Willy Wonka situation.
Oh, no.
And then he goes, oh God. And then he spits out a piece of it.
Violet, you're turning violet.
And the bar begins to grow back, and he's like, "Oh God, that would have been terrible."
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have warned you.
No, this is great.
Okay.
And then he picks it back up and he dusts it off and he puts it back in his sack, and he's like, "Tell me about them."
So, do you remember? So you know how the realm is restored now?
Oh, absolutely, it's fantastic.
So me and my friends had something to do with that.
Oh, wait, you're that Jelsira?
Yep, that's me.
What other?
Oh.
So
It's a
Cyber
common
Fire. At your
And then he calls the rest of the guild over. He's like, everybody. This is Jelsira Venfire. And everybody's like, the Jelsira?
And I do a little curtsy at your service.
And he's like, Perry says, yeah, this is the one that restored the relics that made everything back, more beautiful than what it was.
This little harfling?
And then there's no halfling prejudice here because the guild leader is a
I know,
halfling and he
I
would
know.
turn into a mythical beast and destroy them.
I just wanted to say harfling.
You're not on it today.
And then
0 for
they
0.
all
Or 0
begin to
for like
crowd
10.
around you and they're like, ooh, can we touch you? Oh, let me shake your
Yeah.
hand. They're really excited to see that the druid had something. Well, not the druid of
That's right,
lore,
fucker.
is in their guild hall. So they're all enjoying seeing you, and they all want to shake your hands and get you to sign stuff. Like there's some asking for autographs, and a lot of animals are coming around you. They're flittering around you. Other birds are landing on your shoulders. There's like butterflies flittering around your head. And there's lightning bugs that begin to dance around you and cast this beautiful golden lightning bug glow around you. It's actually really nice and really warm. And they're starting to crowd you a lot. Like the room, it's getting difficult to be comfortable and move with all of the attention that you're getting at the moment.
I mean, and I'm feeling like so honored, like very uncomfortable, a little uncomfortable about all this, but also very honored at the same time. I don't know how to react to all of this. I'm just like, and I'm like shaking people's hands and I'm like, yep, that's me.
And yes, very much like a presidential meet and greet line, you're going to be shaking everybody's hands and
Kissing
signing a
babies.
bunch of autographs.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not used to this.
And people are going to want you to like say nice things about their familiars and like, I don't know,
Whoa.
bless them or something, because it's really awesome that, the halfling druid that restored the relics of the land is here in their guild hall.
I'm like, hey, I like your staff. That's pretty cool. Oh, and that rat you have over there, I can see that rat's eating a lot of cheese.
And you are now standing outside of the Cleric's Guild Hall waiting for your meeting with Genevieve. Sorry, you ran out of time.
Okay.
So
Is
you
it
probably have-
around 7?
You probably have like an hour.
Have an hour?
Yeah.
I would love to go check on our horses if I could.
Sure. Yeah, you can leave and go to the stables.
I'd like to go to the stables, and if I could just check in with the stable master.
Yeah.
And just introduce myself.
Again?
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, not do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go talk to the stable master.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
How are the horses?
Pretty well taken care of.
Thank you so much. I'm kind of waiting around here. Do you have
Oh, well, it's too bad your meeting is at 7
yeah.
and not at 9 p.m.
Oh, nice. We'll just go back.
Shit.
You have a whole city ahead of you. You can do anything you want, and you went back to the stable master.
I had an idea, but it's not appropriate at all.
No. Did you want to fuck the stable master?
No.
Some of the horses.
Or fuck some of the horses? Yeah.
Fucking weirdo. What's going on over there?
No, it was more like I wanted to get
God damn it.
some
Stop it.
Sorry. I know.
see if
We're professionals.
Poseidon felt like helping me out with my horse in a certain way.
Too bad. Time to meet Genevieve. Role play.
But I don't.
Is there
think
something
it's
I can do for you?
appropriate. No, I just wanted to check on the horses. I had an idea. I don't think it was good. So you have a good night. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right. Have a great evening.
Drunks.
And then he goes back to, stabling and working on the horses.
Fucking the horses.
Can I just go to the little dumpling and hang out for a little bit?
You
Or tiny
absolutely can.
dumpling.
Yeah.
You're not ready for your meeting?
You can go back.
It doesn't happen till 7, so
Oh, okay.
I got an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go back there.
I'm mesmerized by these lights.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I'll go back to the tiny dumpling. You know what? I'd like to cast guidance.
What's guidance do?
Hell yeah.
Guidance is a cantrip, and I want to do it on myself.
Nice.
And I can make a D4 on an ability check.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of want to see if I can find out if there's a place where I'm supposed to be.
So you want
So what
to?
would that be?
Do you want to?
Insight.
You want to?
Yes.
see
Could
if
I make
the,
an
like,
insight roll?
You want to take a moment to pause and reflect and see if there's somewhere else that you need to be, like some
For
sort
an
of
hour.
divine guidance for an hour. Yeah, you're more than welcome to make an insight roll.
Okay. I want to do that.
Okay.
11.
All right. So
Jesus Christ.
you don't get any otherworldly sense of anywhere else that you need to be, but you are feeling a strong pull back to the Cleric's Guild Hall.
Well, I will just go wait outside of the guild hall until 7. I have no interest in barging in again.
Oh, okay. Despite there being other places to go in the guild hall other than directly up to the guild hall leader who's teaching a class. Yeah, there's an entire guild hall there. You just want to hang out outside?
Okay, then no, I'll
Post
I'll
up like
go
Jay
in.
and Silent Bob.
I'll go in. I'm assuming front desk like everywhere else.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's still there. And the welcomer says, welcome back, sister.
Thank you. What else? What would you recommend for a second timer here at the guild hall?
Quiet meditation, or practicing your healing arts, or practicing your mace work outside, or communing with your god. Something other than barging in through the front doors and demanding to see the guild hall leader.
Right. Something other than that. Yeah.
There's plenty that you can do here. I mean,
Dead.
we don't have anything
DED.
for sale.
You know what? I would love to go just practice some healing spells for a minute. Where might that be?
Practice your Patronus.
You can go outside to some of the training dummies, or there's always the infirmary that has the sick and maimed that could always use some healing, or the barbarians always tend to need a cleric when they get back from their berserking rages.
Did you say the infirmary?
Yeah, the infirmary. People, sick, injured, maimed. This is a massive city. Somebody's always getting hurt,
And what
cooking
was
or
the
cleaning.
What was the last thing that you said?
The Barbarian Guild Hall, the ruthless savages that live outside the city gates.
Uh-huh.
They always need help.
None of that sounds right to me.
All
I
right,
just
Rain
don't
Man.
want to do that. I just don't want to do that. So,
So you want to practice your healing magic, but you don't want to go to the infirmary to heal the
I kind of
injured?
want to practice some mauls. I want to practice on a couple of dummies. And
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be outside to the side of the building.
All right.
There's others going to be there with shields
I'll be
and
back
maces.
in a little bit to speak with Genevieve.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, so
We'll
I'm
be
going to
here.
go do that. Maul the
It just
shit out
occurred
of
to
some
me that
dummies.
clerics are like, I'm going to beat you up and then heal you, and then beat you up and then heal you.
Yeah, that's
and then beat
exactly
you
what
up
they can do.
and then heal you.
I
Yeah,
only
they're
want to
pretty
heal
badass.
people that matter to
weird.
me. I don't really care about other people.
Wow.
Very cleric of you.
Yeah, that's very not cleric. That's very anti-cleric of you.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're
I want to
terrible.
send people to Hades and also have other people stay alive that can send souls to Hades.
Yeah, that would be the healing portion of it.
I'm already
Staying
okay
alive.
healing my party. I don't need to practice.
Are you?
Recently,
You might learn something new. I mean, Gelsira got something cool, and
yeah, I think though that my I think I'm a pretty heavy tank though. I think
Sure.
I'd like to practice that more right now.
A heavy tank. Don't put yourself down like that.
So you get outside, and there are other clerics there with warhammers, and they
My
are
job.
just hitting at striking dummies. Some are made out of very, very thick and heavy stone, so they don't chip and
dummies?
break. Yeah, the dummies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not the
people.
clerics.
Right.
There are some that are made out of straw, which aren't meant for bashing damage. It's meant for like slashing damage. There are some clerics of war that use weapons that aren't maces and mauls. There are some that are proficient with swords and piercing and slashing weapons. And they're just out there perfecting their, especially the clerics of war are having just, it looks like a blast going at it at these dummies. Some clerics are even sparring, like full contact, because the thing about being a cleric is even sparring in full contact. If you get hurt, then, your sparring partner will just heal you back up. No big deal.
He just said.
Yeah. So there's,
yeah.
of all of the guild
that.
halls, this is probably one of the 4 that have full contact sparring. So there are other clerics standing around waiting their turn. There's a ring made out of white marble.
The ring?
It's like
A ring.
like
Terrifying.
an arena type ring.
Sparring
square.
ring.
Yeah. It's made out of white marble.
I didn't sleep that night.
I mean, it was okay. Wasn't that scary?
I was tripping.
Oh,
Mm.
fuck.
Not good.
That's bad for you.
Yeah.
So
Assholes
yeah,
everywhere.
you can take some swings at
Long time
the
ago.
stone dummies, or you can spar with other clerics. You have about 45 minutes to
I
kill.
would love to go up to the ring area. Is there a
Terrifying.
person that looks like they're kind of putting things together?
No. It looks like you could just walk up to any other cleric that's outside of the sparring ring and ask if they want to go.
Could I would like to size up other clerics and see. I would only want to fight someone that is nearly matched with myself.
So there are some clerics here that are in armor pretty similar to yours. Some of them have two-handed weapons. Some of them have one-handed weapons. There are some that appear to have a glowing halo over their head.
What color?
Gold.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of about 4 different clerics here.
And I
It
would
looks
notice
like-
if any of them were purple.
Like their skin?
Yeah, or purple aura.
Yes, you would,
Okay.
but no, none of these have the
Just
aura that you're
checking.
looking for. Yeah. That looks like there may be 1 or 2 that could be close or similar to your skill. Definitely not any with the mystical auras over their head. Those guys look like they would have very little difficulty with you, because usually a cleric doesn't get an angelical aura like that until they're much higher level.
I approach one of the similarly looking levels to me and ask them if they're interested in a quick sparring match.
Oh, what kind of cleric are you?
I am a elf. And
No. I can see you're an elf.
Yeah.
What's your realm of influence?
I am of the Forgotten Realm, and I play
Euchre.
with Tempest. I like war. I'm a cleric of Hades.
Cleric of Hades?
I am.
Death
Oh.
Domain.
Oh, Death Domain.
Oh, Death Domain.
I was looking at all.
Yeah, no, they
I
were
was- sorry.
asking your
Thank you.
domain, your realm of influence. What's your domain?
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Death Domain?
Thanks.
I'm here all week.
Ooh. And one of them is not a cleric of war, says, no, I have no interest. But one of the other ones outside of the ring says, I also have no interest in a cleric of death.
Hmm.
And then one in the ring hears cleric of death and then looks over at you. And as he looks over at you, simultaneously, a maul is coming for the side of his face. And the maul hits him in the side of the face, and it does not faze him. And he looks at the guy he was just fighting with and pushes his hand outward, and a wave of force blows that other cleric off of his feet and out of the ring. And he points his warhammer at you and says, I have interest in sparring with the cleric of death.
Hi.
Sexy time.
I hop in the ring.
Oh,
Walk, don't run.
nice.
I hop.
Are you ready?
Ooh, do
If
some
I piss,
stretches.
I'll be ready.
Oh, okay. You might want to go do that then.
All right, I'll be right back.
Could have done that 30 minutes ago when you weren't involved in the game at all. Now it's your turn. Now you got to go pee. Killing me, Jenna.
Killing me.
Killing me softly with his
Can I get a-
song.
Players. Yeah, let me see yours. That's yours. Yeah, beautiful.
I nicely annotated,
Yeah, that's the one.
tabbed. Love tabbing books. I love it.
I like reading books.
I like reading them too.
Big fan.
I don't know how to read.
Neither does Jenna. It's okay. How much time does Jenna have left?
3 minutes.
She's not going to meet the guild leader, huh?
No.
I think I remember what time we said we would meet back and where. I forgot.
I thought it was at the fountain, right? I think.
Yes.
Outside
The fountain by the
mansion
mayoral.
state.
I'm really concerned about my lack of ability to speak it. I think my children have sucked my brain out.
No.
Don't worry. It happened to me. It happened to me, and
So
I'm
he
fine.
says,
You'll be fine.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Roll for initiative.
The D20.
21.
Nice. You
58.
go second.
Doesn't really matter on initiative, does it?
So he swings at you with his giant maul. He is wielding a maul with two hands. He's got no shield. And he goes to swing at you.
Lex is gonna
Also,
die. This
I
is gonna
have
be awesome.
my
Gonna
shield
send
ready.
you to your
What's your
god.
AC?
1.
22.
Oh, he hits you.
The fuck he does.
No,
Yep.
he hits you.
Yep.
God damn. Okay.
He's a level 30. He's got a plus 50 to hit.
And as he hits you, he calls upon his god. And he hits you with a divine strike for 4d8 damage.
48 damage.
4d8.
Sounds like I get to
48
see Hades
damage.
today.
19 damage. And then he laughs because he landed a pretty good hit.
How much did he do?
19.
48 would be better.
48 would be better. But no, 4d8. A couple of them rolled low.
Do you hit him back?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm sorry. When I said I was ready, obviously I was still being myself. Okay.
His channel divinity gives him plus 10 to hit. He's a clerical war. They're so BA.
Gonna send her back to Hades today. Hades gonna be like, "What up, dummy?
Hey, missed you.
Fucking get your ass kicked by someone way out of your league."
But it's good to practice, right?
No. Okay.
Who am I?
You're here in the only reality we're forced to be in.
Okay. I want to be my channel divinity. So I want to hit him with a maul, with my maul, which means I get to deal an extra necro damage.
Can you like lift that thing up or something?
Like the microphone?
Yeah, or
Yes.
or the board so that you're talking into the microphone while reading it.
Oh. Okay.
Either one works for me personally.
As long as it's
in the
audible.
microphone, Yeah.
I want to hit him across the face with my maul
Sure.
and also channel divinity during it. So that means I get to deal an extra. Well, let's see if I hit first, I guess, right?
Yeah, with your channel divinity and divine strike to do all that extra necrotic damage.
Jesus.
It sounded. It's only good if you hit, right?
Yes. You do need to hit first.
15.
Oh, no, you miss. You miss so hard. And as you go to swing your maul, he is shocked at first at the ease at which you swung this maul with one hand and you
Oh,
still have
well.
your shield. It kind of sends him aback a little bit. But as you are swinging and miss, he uses your momentum against you and he goes to trip you to make you fall on your face. Ooh, and he hits with a 26, 16
He
plus
does.
10.
He definitely does.
All right, so you get tripped, and as you're going face first, he takes his extra attack to bring his maul square on your back as you were falling face first into the ground. Does a
Wait.
28 hit?
Was it a warhammer or
No,
a
he's got a maul. He's got a
I
maul.
thought it was a warhammer.
No, he's got a maul.
Not that it matters.
Two-handed maul.
Yeah, 28 hits.
All right, so he's going to do another 4d8. That's 8, 10, 16.
This is fun for me.
21 damage. And you are now laying prone on the ground in front of him with his foot on your back and his maul. He's holding it with the head down on your back, and he's holding it by the handle. And he says, "Well, if that's all cleric of deaths are good for, then this was a nice little exercise." And then he steps off
praise.
of you and he offers you a hand to help you back up.
I take it.
All right. And he helps you back up. And as he helps you up, you feel incredibly warm. Like he's healing you as he's picking you back up, and he heals you back to full.
Gangster.
And he says, "Had you hit me, I imagine this probably would have gone a lot differently."
Nope.
Are you
Hey,
here to see Genevieve?
I am here to
Maybe
see
ask
Genevieve.
her if she can help you with your balance.
Thank you.
But that is a very nice maul that you can wield with one hand.
Yeah, I it's very special to me.
I can tell. Good job. Good job.
Hey, do you mind what's your name?
My name?
Yeah. If you
What-
don't mind.
What name did I give him?
Look at me. I'm drunk.
I gave him a really, really cool name.
Jeffrey.
You can tell me
With
later.
a G.
I don't mind.
No, I think his name was Theobald. Yeah.
Jennifer with a
Theobald.
G.
Yeah. I'm Theobald.
Hey.
I am the
Y'all.
ranking cleric of war here at the Guildhall.
Well, I think I have a lot that I could learn from you. And thanks for the little knockout.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's an absolute pleasure. What time's your meeting with Genevieve?
7:00.
Oh, so in about half an hour?
Yeah, about half an hour now. Thank you.
Oh, man. All right. Well, it was a pleasure. What was your name?
My name is Lux Bellator.
Lux Bellator? Like the Lux Bellator?
Yeah. Yeah.
That restored the relics?
Yeah, well, I helped restore the relics. Well, not really. I was there.
Did you tell
You were
the
present.
Guildhall greeter that your name was Lux Bellator and that you wanted to meet with Genevieve?
Yes, and then but I barged in first like an idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
But did you tell him that you were Lux Bellator, restorer of the relics, and you wished an audience with Genevieve?
I'm almost positive that I actually did that.
Okay. You didn't.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that's why they call me Lux.
You should probably go in and tell him that.
Okay.
They
All right.
they could probably move your meeting up to whenever the hell you want.
I don't want to interrupt though. I'm trying to be less rude.
She would make time for you.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for the advice too.
Yep. Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Come
take
back when you're
care.
ready for more.
You got it, man. It'd be nice to learn from you.
So you and Alecto are still flipping gold coins at the waitstaff. She says, "This is a ton of fun."
It is, but we should probably cut it out soon.
Oh, are they going to get to keep that, or is that ours?
No, they can keep it, right? I mean, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay,
I have
yeah.
no want for any of this money whatsoever.
Yeah, they keep it. That's we had some fun.
Oh, okay. And she gets up and she looks like she's ready to leave.
Okay.
Ready
Yeah,
to
so
home.
we paid. We assume we paid?
You more than paid with all the gold on the floor.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
They don't even approach you asking for any money.
Okay, I said thanks. We'll be back later.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see you here in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yep. Hey, real quick, which way to the monk guild?
They're actually one of the first guild halls as you come into the city. You'll go out, go back down to
Jesus.
the main street and hang a left.
Okay. So
If my memory of the map was correct.
sure, why not?
Yeah, we'll just go for that for now.
Hey, Electo, you mind if we stop by the monk hall real quick?
Oh, it is the very first guild hall as you come into the city. No, that's perfectly fine.
All right, let's hop over there real quick. We'll have a chat, and then maybe we can go by the Fighters Guild for see what's happening there
Oh,
for a
absolutely.
minute. Yeah.
And as you and Alecto are leaving, the half-orc guard is standing there to say bye to you, and she kind of flinches at him, flexes at him, and he steps back for a second, like he did not expect this little farm girl to walk up on him and flex.
Ari chuckles.
And he chuckles too and shakes his head, and he couldn't believe that this little girl scared him. And he says, "Have a great night. We'll see you here in a little bit."
We'll be back. Thanks. So we boogie. We walk about 30 hours to the monk hall.
Takes less than 5 minutes.
Okay, so do I see people practicing outside?
Yeah, you see a lot of them practicing their katas, like Tai Chi kind of stuff. You see some of them hard striking, wooden striking dummies. You see some training with weapons. You see a couple going in and out of the shadows, like they step in for a second and disappear, and they come back out, and you can see them. You are super familiar with what they are practicing, you being a practitioner of it. But they all look like they're pretty intent and in the zone with their training, as monks often are. You can see some of them as they're going through their Tai Chi katas. You can see the trace of ki around their fist and their bodies. It looks like what it would look like to you if you were to ki empower a strike.
Nice.
None of this is unfamiliar to you.
Cool.
Yeah, it actually looks like of all of the monks out here outside, maybe only one or two of them would provide any sort of challenge to you.
Sure.
None of them would ever be a challenge for Alecto, though.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, maybe one or two, and that's being generous. You think maybe one of the other Way of the Shadow monks might give you the slip. They wouldn't beat you in a fight, but they would run away from you pretty comfortably.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave these guys to guys and gals, I assume, to their whatever they're doing.
They're training.
They're into it. I'm not gonna interrupt them, so I'm just gonna walk in.
They're in. You remember when you were in that Zen-like trance when you were fishing in the forest?
Yeah,
that's what they appear to be. And if you were to interrupt them, they'd probably be less than happy about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I know that, so I'm like, this is cool. So I'm just gonna go with Alecto, and we're gonna walk into the monk hall.
All right, you walk into the monk hall. There is no greeting desk. However, there is one monk in a long robe, shaved head.
Sense, yeah. Classic.
They have their arms folded in front of them in their sleeves, and they bow to you as you enter. You hear beautiful chime and cymbal music being played. At the very back end of the guild hall, you see one very massive bell. Imagine like the bells that you would see in like the Tibetan monk shrines, something like that, with a big massive crack down the side of it. It's gilded at the bottom with iron rivets. It's still a very nice big bell. It's just cracked. You hear chanting. You hear humming. You see a lot of them in the lotus position meditating. And the greeter says, "Welcome to the Monks Guild. How can I help you?"
Hail, friend. My name's Ari Futan. This is Alecto. We'd love to talk to the guild leader here.
Oh, you're speaking with me.
Oh, excellent. Sorry. Obviously, we're not from here, so.
No, that's perfectly okay, but we all know who you are.
Excellent. That should make this easy then.
How can we be of service to you?
Well, I'm in this town with my friends, comrades, as it were, and we're going to participate in the tournament in a few days just for giggles.
Oh, we would all here at the Monks Guild certainly hope so.
Yes, no, it's going to be great. But in the meantime, we are looking for someone. And I thought maybe I would come by to see if you knew anything or if you'd heard anything that might help us out. We are looking for this terrible creature that's been kidnapping people, killing people in the...
The Butcher of Aspasia?
Yes, that one.
Oh, we have also been looking for them.
Do you have any leads?
At least not yet.
Okay.
And I have been going out nightly, myself personally, on patrol looking for the Butcher. But so far, their Way of the Shadows rivals even mine.
Excellent. I'm also Way of the Shadow, of course. You may know that.
No, I had no inkling.
I'm also Way of the Shadow. Yeah, so...
How advanced are you in your techniques?
What do you mean, like what level am I?
Yeah.
Level 11.
So you have the ability to step through and hide in the shadows?
Yes, I can become invisible, Cloak of Shadows, and Shadow Step. I do those.
Oh, and you're very good at making everyone disappear?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I excel at that. Okay, so, we're here. We're also gonna search for this guy. I think, between you and me, since we're both Way of the Shadow comrades here, I personally believe that it's, I don't know that they're a Way of the Shadow type. I believe they're more roguish, it sounds like, from what we've gathered.
They are certainly not a monk.
No.
I can tell you that.
Yes.
We also believe that they are a rogue. We've lost their trace often going towards the Rogues Guild or up on the rooftops that we just can't seem to keep up with them.
Okay, well, just so you know, we're here also helping
We're going out
in
this
this
evening at
search.
midnight if you'd like to join us.
I might. We might be out at that time. So if you see us, it's cool. We're also doing what
If
you're
I
doing.
see you, then you're not doing a very good job.
Right. So, but I'm just saying, if you see us, if we happen to be in combat with, whatever, feel
No.
free to join in. But also, don't fight us, my
Oh,
friends.
no. I have
You'll know
no
who they
intention of fighting you. I just assume since you're Way of the Shadow that you do best from stealth.
Yes. And also, yeah. my
Well, then we
friends,
may run
but
into each other this evening,
We might.
depending on what shadows you jump into.
Exactly. Yeah, we might bump into each other.
Yeah.
So apologies in advance.
Yeah, no, of course.
Whoops, the shadow is taken.
It's going to be like the board game Sorry of Shadows. You guys jump into the same shadow and you get sent back to start, which for you was the boar's head.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll be on our way. We're gonna go and check out the Fighters
Sure.
Guild.
If there's anything else you need of us, please do not hesitate to ask. We would love to do what we can for the hero of Harmonia.
Excellent. Real quick, which way to the Fighters Guild?
The Fighters Guild from here is across the street and up next to the Wizards Guild. It's like diagonal across the street.
Okay. So we'll Alecto and I will go that way.
Sure. And Alecto bows reverently to the guild leader of the monk.
I see her do that, and I turn back around and bow as well.
And then the guild hall leader bows to you, and as the guild hall leader bows deeply to you, the rest of the monks turn around to face you and do the exact same thing.
Oh, nice.
The entire monk guild hall bows to you.
Awesome. I nudge Alecto and go, thanks.
Yep. And then she turns to leave.
We leave.
All right. So, gonna go across the street to the Fighters Guild?
Yes.
Oh, Alecto's all about it.
Gonna be fun.
She's
Call
like,
her masterpiece. She bout it, bout it.
I'm an enabler.
so, what are we gonna do at the Fighters Guild?
Oh, I just thought you might like to check it out, or you were interested in maybe sparring with some people.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought that could be fun.
Oh,
be a fun
sure.
time while we're killing some time till we got to go back and get some more information.
Do you want to help?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
All right, so she goes straight across the street, goes right up to the guild hall, the Fighters Guild hall door, and kicks it wide open, like kicks it in. And as she kicks it in, she kicks it off its hinges. She's still in her human-looking form, but that doesn't hinder her strength or her powers.
Yep.
And she walks in, and you hear from hey, that was our door, damn it! And
It can't have been the first time.
it really isn't.
Not with
The
the fighters.
multiple
yeah.
fighters have kicked this door in. It's not that fortified because I have to fix it a
Yeah,
lot.
they
but-
probably loosen the
It's
hinges.
just a few
Yeah.
twigs.
Yeah.
Banded together.
And Alecto's in.
It's just a
and
Western
there
door. It
are
swings
4 or
back
5
and forth.
fighters standing there inside that turn to see who kicked their damn door in. And then the greeter of the Fighters Guild is like, what the hell can we do for you?
Oh, we're just here, my friend Alecto here is a fighter, and so she thought we'd come check out the Fighters Guild, see what you guys had to offer here in Aspasia. I'm Ari Futan.
Wait, that Ari Futan?
Yes, that one.
The hero of Harmonia?
Sure. You can call me a hero, but I did some stuff, but
Yeah, I'll say.
I had some fun.
So your little girlfriend here wanted to come to the Fighters Guild and check it out. She's a fighter,
Yeah, she's a fighter. She's a
I feel
badass.
like maybe I should have given my real name at this
Yeah.
point.
and they look her up and down
You
like there's
weren't part of the
There's
Aspasia.
no way she's
You
a
didn't-
fighter. And she's
Yeah.
like, hey, fuck you. Not only am I a fighter, but I'll take all 5 of you right now.
Your little girlfriend.
And the
Idiot.
5 fighters that had looked to see you kicked in the door, they were like, oh, fuck you, bet. And they're like, we got a ring outside. You want to take it there? And she's like, oh, I want to take it there. And then after you 5, I'm coming after your guild leader. And then the guild leader is, you don't see them. Nobody looks in any run direction, but there's been
Oh,
an
good
obvious
job.
challenge to the guild leader. And they're like, yeah, you can make it through us 5 first. And they're like, fuck you and fuck you, Ari.
All right.
And they're like,
Whoa.
well, maybe not you, but definitely you. What was your name? My name's Alecto, and I have come to bring vengeance down upon all of you. I'm like, all right, we'll see. So they
Yeah, you will, bitch.
walk
God.
right by you and her. And as they walk by, you know how dickheads in high school would like run into your shoulder?
Yeah.
They do that to Alecto. Like all 5 of them, give her some shoulder shoves on their way out. And Alecto like brushes her shoulder off. Like Jay-Z, if you're feeling like a pimp, go and dust your shoulders off. And then she turns around to go out the door. And the Fighter Guild greeter, he's like, are you really going to let those 5 go at her like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't know what's coming.
And she'll be okay.
Oh, she's a storm.
If she survives, tell her to come back. We may have a job for you guys.
Oh, man. No, this won't take
You
long.
can't afford her.
All right. Well, best of luck. The guild leader is back in their office. I'm sure they'll be watching from their window. Best of luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you walk out.
Yep.
Going around the side of the building. Alecto is standing there in their little makeshift fighter's pit. It's made out of dirt. There's like sandbag circles that have formed, and there's like rope that goes around, kind of like a wrestling ring. You know how they have those? It's just made out of regular rope with post. And Alecto's standing in the middle with the 5 fighters around her, and she looks back at you, and she says, should I fight them like this, or should I let them see what I really look like?
Maybe stay like this. Think you could take them like this?
Oh, yeah.
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 Just stay like this.
Okay.
They don't need to see your glory.
All right. And the other 5 are like, we're going to fuck you up, little farm girl. And then...
should I help, or are you good?
Oh, you're more than welcome to if you would like.
Bets, bitch.
I jump in. I'm going to help.
Yeah. So the 2 of
bets.
you get into the ring?
Yep.
All right. There's a light that flicks on, or there's not a light. I'm sorry. They don't have light switches. There was a goddamn torch. Thank you. Fuck. Thank you so much. There's a torch that lights up in the window behind you. If you look back, you can see the silhouette of what looks like an elven woman looking out the window with her arms across her chest and just staring. And then simultaneously, 5 fighters attack you and Alecto, and you'll need to roll for initiative. Oh, Jesus, these are not good rolls. 2, 4, 5. Oh, there's a 16 and a 15. This isn't going to take very long. Oh, I need to roll.
16.
All right, Alecto got a 20.
Jesus.
Yes. That was initiative, though, right?
That was initiative.
Yeah.
So Alecto goes first. You are tied. Actually, what's your dex modifier?
4.
Oh, they're fighters. They're strength based. So you would go second, followed by the 5 fighters. So Alecto pulls out her whip with a flourish.
So hot.
And as she pulls out her whip, she spins it in the air and cracks it. And simultaneously, as the whip cracks, fire extends from the tip of the whip all the way to the handle, engulfs actually her hand.
Talk about fury.
So her hand is engulfed in fire with the length of the whip. And it seems to writhe and swerve around her like on its own, like a fiery serpent that's now circling her body. And she makes one big, large, sweeping strike across to hit one of the fighters.
All in the wrist.
It is all on the wrist. Oh, God.
I tell her to try not to kill them.
Oh, good. She's going to hold back her punch because she
Yeah,
just
good
rolled
thing
an
you said
18
that
and she crits
just
on an 18.
now.
Because she has superior critical. She rolled an 18, so she crits. So that's 4d8 plus 16.
48.
Jesus Christ.
And because she pulls her punch, one of the fighters drops immediately, and his leather armor is on fire. And he begins to scream as he is burning in his leather armor. The fire that's actually on him is not orange like the fire of her whip. It's more like a bluish, dark purple flame. Kind of like the fire that's not dissimilar to what you saw in the underworld. Like this is like hellfire. Not something that's easily going to be put out with water.
That dude's done for.
And so
yeah.
he is screaming and trying to roll to put the fire out and stripping himself out of his armor. That was her first attack. She has 1, 2, 3 more that would do similar to 2 of them. The only reason the third one doesn't get hit is because he pushes his buddy in front of him because he wants nothing to do with this writhing, flaming whip that lights people on hellfire. And he runs out of the ring, and it's your turn.
I holler
So there are 2 left.
Okay,
One running away, 2 on the ground screaming in fire, and then 2 more that are still look like they're ready to go to blows. They've wanted to sack up them because fuck this farm girl and her dragon boyfriend.
All right.
Fucking fuck the patriarchy, right?
I send Dragon's Breath at one of them.
Oh,
then
fantastic.
open up with some Dragon's Breath.
Sweet.
Mm.
As you do that, Alecto's whip wraps around your neck and your head.
Oh my god.
It's not choking you, but you can go ahead with your fire breath, your dragon's breath.
It's a save.
Oh, that's
Dex
right.
save.
That's a what save?
Dex save.
Oh, Jesus Christ. These are fighters. They're not dex proficient. There's a 6 and there's a 3.
Nope.
Okay, so your fire breath is not the normal fire breath. It's actually the blue purplish hellfire. It's kind of empowered by Alecto's will and
Should
what's her
I
weapon called? Vengeance Lash.
should I hold
Oh,
back?
God.
You probably
damn.
should hold back.
Okay, I'm gonna hold
All right,
back.
so you're gonna pull your
God
punch. Okay,
damn.
that's good. You don't have to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you breathe a large column of this hellfire at these guys because it's a big, wide cone.
with Alecto's whip around his neck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It looks like you're kind of her pet dragon at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm into that.
And
son of a bitch.
not only do you hit the 2 guys that were coming at you, but you hit the other 2 that are still rolling around on the ground.
What about the one that's running?
No, the one
Is
that's
there
running.
an arc or anything?
No,
that
the one
happens?
that's running barely misses the singe. He feels the heat, but he doesn't get burnt. But
Good for
there's
him.
char on the back of his metal armor. So he's warm inside, but he's not on fire. And the ropes,
warm inside, but he's not on
the
fire.
ropes where your fire breath hit and the sandbags are also that blue fire-looking hellfire. As the ropes just slowly burn. Because it's hellfire, not only do the ropes that you lit on fire, but the fire goes all the way around the ring and down the columns and around the sandbags. So you and Alecto are standing in this ring of blue, purplish
Pyrotechnics.
hellfire.
I say, I'm that Ari Futan.
And you now have 4 fighters screaming as they are beginning to burn and their clothes are on fire. And then Alecto says, should we let them burn or should we put them out?
We should put them out if we can.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
think they've tasted what we've got.
all right. So she pulls her whip back. It unwraps from around your neck. The fire dissipates from the whip. She puts it back on her hip. And then she goes to the 4 fighters that are still screaming. They are now probably 2nd, 3rd degree burnt on exposed flesh.
We need Lux.
And
Fuck
she waves her hand over them, and then the fire goes out on all 4 of them. The fire on the ring is still burning because she likes the way that looks. It's a pretty cool
It's pretty
effect.
great, yeah.
And she
There were spectators, right?
the guild hall
Other
leader.
fighters,
No.
right?
No.
Oh, just the guild
The
leader?
guild hall leader.
Okay.
And she says we should probably get these guys a healer.
Yeah,
They're
we should.
they're gonna need it.
Healer, any healers around?
Let's see. Where are you? What's the nearest guild? Oh, I think the paladins are directly across the street. The paladins are directly across the street. So, the 2 Bahamut paladins recognize your voice and they come run over. They think something has happened to you. So they say, Ari, are you okay?
No, I'm great, but these guys are almost dead, and
Laid to
we would
waste
not
like.
like them to die. Can you maybe heal them for us?
And they look at you and they look at Alecto and they look at the 4 fighters and they say, by Bahamut, what did you do to them?
You know, they didn't think Lecto here could hold her own, weight, and so they challenged her to a fight.
Wait, she did this?
Most of it, yeah.
And they look at her and they avert their gaze and they go to the 4 badly burnt and writhing in pain fighters to perform some healing. They will get healed back to full. I mean, because they have lay on hands, it's relatively easy for them. They won't heal the scars. They'll have those. They'll have those burns for the rest of their life. And thank God they're in plate mail because that ring is still burning. Some cloth is actually on fire. Alecto, she puts her 2 fingers in front of her mouth and she blows to blow the fire out so they don't burn.
Oh, that's hot.
Because she knows who the paladins of Bahamut are. She remembers Pan. And they heal them back up, and the torch that was in the window behind you goes out. And it's just you 2 standing in a burning ring of blue, purple hellfire.
A victory.
And that'll do us this evening for this episode of Some Would Play. Go ahead and listen next week as the party continues their pursuit of the bastard butcher of Aspasia. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
I knew that would be fun. Thank you for listening to Some Would Play, a production of the Outsanity Network. Join us again next week as the story continues. Find us online at www.somewouldplay.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SomeWouldPlay. Deborah is at Sonyataki. Rico is at R1C0. Jenna is at Jenna Toll. Daphne is at Dafterthought. And I am Psychedelic M. If you enjoy the show, please tell your friends and share it with others. And remember, in real life, you needn't roll for initiative, so just seize it.